All right, guys, we're going to be talking about my governor, Greg Abbott, and Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. Now, guys, I must admit, I was not a big fan of the busing thing that Greg Abbott was actually doing, because I believe that these people, once they're actually caught in Texas illegally, they should be turned around, sent back into Mexico, and they should actually be going back to their own country. I believe if you actually come into this country, you should actually come in the right way. Now, we know that the Biden administration has an open border policy, even though they're not calling it an open border policy. When you see a record amount of illegal aliens coming into this country, the border's wide open. I don't care what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are actually saying about it. And I believe that they need to pay the price in the midterm elections for this. However, Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis, they have been shipping illegal aliens to Democrat-run sanctuary cities. Now, these cities themselves are calling themselves sanctuary cities. But guys, really, they are not. They do not want these illegal aliens in their cities. We've seen these Democrats deport the illegal aliens out of their cities and shipping them elsewhere. Well, guys, I believe that Texas has sent roughly somewhere about 3,000 illegal aliens over to New York City. And Mayor Eric Adams of New York City has now declared a state of emergency. Yes, a sanctuary city, something that they actually asked for. Now it is an emergency because Eric Adams says that it's really stretching the budget of New York City. I believe they're spending, I believe he said like close to $1 billion on this. Well, this is what your party wants: illegal immigration. Here we go, guys. Over here on Yahoo Finance, New York Mayor Eric Adams declares state of emergency over illegal alien crisis. This is not a migrant crisis. These people are illegal aliens. I have to say that in every single video. It says here, New York Mayor Eric Adams declared a state of emergency over the city's illegal alien crisis. See, I have to change words all the time. Saying that the recent arrival of more than 17,000 illegal aliens from Central America and South America is straining the city's resources. As part of the order, Adams directed all relevant agencies to construct humanitarian relief centers to provide assistance. Why do you need that? You're a sanctuary city. Why do you need that? Just let these people go, run around your city. This is what you wanted. The city will spend more than $1 billion by the end of the fiscal year on the crisis, Adams said at a news briefing Friday. He called for the support from state and federal authorities, saying the crisis is, quote, burning through our city's budget. But why don't you take that up with your party leader, Joe Biden, and his border czar, Kamala Harris, who's never been to the border? But, you know, he's not going to do that. New York and other cities are straining under an influx of hundreds of illegal aliens, migrants actually coming to the country legally, by the way, sent primarily by Republican governors from border states. The city has been working to provide shelter and other services to the illegal aliens, many of whom fled violence in Venezuela and other Latin American countries. Adams called the crisis a situation that was, quote, manufactured by leaders in other states. How is it that, for example, my state of Texas, how did we actually manufacture this? Under Donald Trump, we didn't have this problem because he secured the border. But Beijing Biden has opened up the border a lot. This is your boss's doing right here. And I don't believe that Texans should actually be the blame for this. I don't believe that the Latinos at the border should actually have to suffer through this. I said it before, guys. I believe that the states themselves should be taking over the border. I believe that Greg Abbott should actually have control of the Texas border. The same with Ron DeSantis over there in Florida. I believe they should actually have the right to deport people that come in into their state illegally. It is a mess down there in Del Rio, folks. Go and look at the pictures. There's garbage everywhere. It looks terrible. Unbelievable. The crisis is worsening an already fragile shelter system, which is operating at near 100% capacity, Adams said. Around 61,000 people were in the system on Thursday night, and 1 in 5 was an asylum seeker. Quote, every day the total number gets higher. Every day from this point forward, we are setting a new record, said Adams. Well, guess what, folks? It's actually going to get worse for New York City, and good. This is what they wanted. Check this out. Over here on Newsmax, Texas governor will ship illegal aliens to New York City despite emergency declaration. It's not going to stop because guess what, folks? The illegal aliens coming into this country, it's not stopping. And so more will be deported to places like New York City, a sanctuary city. And Eric Adams is a hypocrite. But it says here, Texas Governor Greg Abbott said he will continue to ship illegal aliens. I'm even having to correct Newsmax here. To New York City, despite Mayor Eric Adams' state of emergency declaration over the recent influx. Quote, sanctuary cities like New York City experience a fraction of what Texas border communities face every day. Abbott said on Twitter Friday, we will continue to bus illegal aliens to New York City, D.C., and Chicago to relieve our overwhelmed border towns until Beijing Biden does his job to secure the border. Good. Good. Eventually, guys, what's going to happen, and this is what actually needs to happen, I should actually say. We actually have to see what actually does happen. Republicans end up getting the majority in the House. Day one, impeach Joe Biden. He's not enforcing the law, and Democrats actually aren't really following laws. He needs to be impeached. Now, do I truly believe he will get convicted? Highly unlikely. You would need a super majority in the Senate to actually get a conviction, and no president ever has actually been convicted. The closest was actually Andrew Johnson, a Democrat, after Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. He was the closest one. And Republicans would need roughly like a 70, almost a 70% majority in the Senate. That's not going to happen. Right now, we have a 50-50 split. But even if they actually get control of the Senate, there needs to be a trial for Joe Biden. He has failed this country. And I'm just talking about right now, just the illegal alien crisis that's actually destroying the border across Texas, Arizona, etc. Democrats should really, really get blown out in the midterms. But, you know, you got your weak Republicans like Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham. I mean, these guys are just not very, very authentic. They're pretty weak. Strong leadership in the Republican Party is actually needed. Very strong leadership, because without that, folks, nothing's going to be done about Joe Biden. He's going to just continue to run amok, break the law, and put American lives in danger. So, what do you guys think of this? Greg Abbott says, yeah, more illegal aliens will be coming to New York City, Chicago. Why don't they actually send some to L.A.? I don't know if he's actually planning to do that. I know Philadelphia was on the board as well. But Eric Adams now calling for a state of emergency, even though this is what he wanted. He wanted illegal aliens in a city. And now he's complaining about, oh, it's stretching our budget. $1 billion. Well, this is what you wanted. This is exactly what you wanted. You know what, Greg Abbott? Send some to Delaware, right in front of Beijing Biden's home. Do that. Send some more to like Cori Bush's, outside of Cori Bush's home in St. Louis. Go ahead and do that. How about AOC's district. Send them out there too. This is what the socialists wanted. This is what they should actually get. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.